Hi, this is Blinky, broadcasting almost live from the Boscoyo Broadcast Studios. You're listening to the second season of the Professional Triers podcast.
Oh, yeah!
Remember to like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. And now here are your hosts, the Professional Triers.
And we're live.
Right on. So, Keith, no JR.
Yeah, I can't be JR. I'll admit that, but I'll try
well,
my
you
best.
got
to
too
speak.
much. You got too much facial hair for JR.
Oh, that's true too.
What have you been working on, buddy?
I've been finally getting back into like working on the show, which is great. I've been having some fun with the whole mag mounts and easy mounts, and kind of just going through the whole outline of my house and redoing it. You know, getting rid of the Lexan HP, Holiday Coro kind of Lexan clips, and kind of replacing them with, kind of this newer stuff that I'm kind of seeing, the easy mounts and the mag mounts and stuff like that. So.
Well, I'm not doing anything near as fancy as that. I'm just building 4 more arches and 3 more mini trees to even it out for an 8-to-8
Sounds busy
count.
to me.
So, because I didn't know any. Yeah, I didn't know it looks best with an 8 count or a 4 count, and I had like 5 and 6 or whatever. So, yeah. So,
So how many props are you going to be adding?
So
this year
we're
for your show.
Yes.
You're adding a lot of props, right? Yeah.
How many? What?
How many? You're adding a lot.
I am. I'm pushing a lot of stuff out to the dirt road. So, I 2 Geo wreaths, 2 ice queens, 2 poinsettias, 2. What are the other big ones? Yeah. And then I'm building a snowflake tree. So,
yeah.
And a mega fan. Pixels should be in for that shortly because I ordered some special ones. So, yeah. But I just sent our guest the link. I was a little late with that. I do that every week. So, or whenever we do it, I always send the link late. I got to find it, whoever I sent it to last.
I'm actually trying to be a little different this year on my show. I think I'm actually probably not going to be adding anything. I'm just going to be redoing every single thing on my show. Just kind of going through it, looking at every little item I'm using and just kind of making it easier.
Well, that's not entirely true, Keith.
Oh, yeah? What? Oh,
what? Aren't you adding a train?
No, that's actually, so it might end up at my display, but it's actually supposed to be for a client. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you were just working on a train a couple months ago.
Yeah, and I would love to make, I'm actually, now that I'm on right now, I haven't really done any of the Hot or Not shows or any of the other ones. And somebody actually recently reached out to me and was wondering what was going on there. It's just been really busy. But for the new Triers workshop, I already am working on a lot of videos. The train is part of it. I want to like kind of take you through taking a model that a Coral vendor made, and it's not available. Like the model itself is not available on X-Lights. So how do you go from like taking that prop and pushing the pixels and getting that model in X-Lights and then adding effects to it? Something that you want to. A prop that's so unique, you're going to want to add a different kind of effect to it than you would a traditional like spinner or something like that. So just kind of want to address those. Yeah.
My most favorite person in the whole wide world made the most awesomest page for making models, and I use it a lot.
Yeah.
So I love that. lightshowhub.com, and then Custom Model Builder by David Peace It is awesome. I love that. And he's got some upgrades coming out with it very soon. He didn't get them to work on Friday, but very awesome updates coming out on it. So, and I'm a little raspy. I'm sorry. I developed a cough, so I got a big old jug of water, so we should be good.
Once again, the Professional Triers Holiday Lighting Show has raised the bar, teaming up with another awesome sponsor, Zazzle, to provide you, our VIP listeners, with some cool, awesome, one-of-a-kind Professional Triers gear, including the Hot or Not shot glass, the Blinky Flashy Lowdown notebook, the Professional Triers Blinky Gear beer stein, the ever-so-popular David Peace Not a Vendor t-shirt, the must-have Robert Petty Make Rock Great Again t-shirt, the one-of-a-kind Jordan Nash
Do you like my decorations?
t-shirt, and of course the must-have Professional Triers Blinky t-shirt, and much, much more. You can even create your own one-of-a-kind Professional Triers gear. So go to trierswag.com, that's TRIERSSWAG.com, and get your Professional Triers gear today.
And I believe our guests are showing up, which
Perfect.
I call the sweetheart couple of the lighting community.
Oh my gosh.
These
yeah.
guys are great.
That's such nicest people in the world. I mean, they go out to your shows. If you're close to them, they'll drive out. They're amazing people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll have to ask them how many
Shows have they seen in person?
how many premiere nights have they gone to for Great Christmas Light?
Yeah,
so.
that in itself, that's a whole different list. It's a big list that they would have.
Yeah. Well, hi Ben. You're still on mute.
Oh,
Okay, how's that?
that's yeah, we
There
can hear
we
you.
go. Now we got you.
Yeah.
All right.
So welcome to
guys.
the welcome to the Professional Triers.
Oh my gosh, that's something else.
Well, JR, he's out, doing family stuff and camping and whatnot. So he's like, do Keith and I want to do it together? So I'm like, sure, who are we going to have? And we sat on it for a few days and kind of thinking about it. And I had just seen your post in, I think it was for about Halloween in the think tank. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how come we didn't think about Ben and Nancy? So, which are, you guys are like the total sweetheart community or sweetheart couple in the community. I love you guys. You're awesome. So
Right on. Thanks.
So you guys, I sent you the kind of the PDF of the kind of questions that we do and stuff. Keith and I'll just go back and forth asking you the top part, kind of introducing yourself and a little bit about your show, and all that. And then we'll get into Flashpoint and we'll do all the intros and stuff later. Keith will add that because we don't have that handy. JR normally has that. Keith has them somewhere. And then
I would have to bring it around.
So, and then we'll do Flashpoint, and then that's just telling us everything about your show: controllers, pigtails, voltage, pixels, props, all that. And then we'll get into the secondary comment and then the rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Cool?
Right on. Sounds like fun.
Right on. JR, gosh. Keith, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I guess tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, my name's Ben and my wife Nancy, and our light show name is Magical Holiday Moments. And we've been running our light show for it'll be our 13th year this year. And but it'll be 11 years here at the house. So the first 2 years that we've been running our light show was at an apartment complex, believe it or not. But yeah, it was one of the funnest things that we started doing, and it turned into much more than just a hobby.
Yeah, it happens.
Wow, that's awesome. And you guys are total 100% into it together, 50-50?
Oh yeah, no, it's just the two of us.
My internet
We don't
bad.
have any outside help.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we get started on it early, just like everyone else does, and we do testing throughout the summer months, make sure that everything works out well enough so that way when time comes for setting up, then we won't have much trouble setting it up.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I know you live up in Northern Cal, but where exactly do you live up there?
Oh yeah, we're in Fairfield, California, NorCal, so the San Francisco Bay Area. It's a pretty vast area, but we're on the outskirts of that Bay Area realm, so to speak, almost into the Sacramento area.
Yeah, like it's crazy how the Bay Area has just kind of expanded. I'm out in Livermore, and they consider that in the Bay Area now, right? It's all the
Right.
way out in like east. I guess the Bay Area is like Tracy. That's even now the Bay Area. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
But what do you do for a living? I guess.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm an apartment complex maintenance supervisor, and that's kind of how I'm able to get my feet into a bunch of different areas, whether it's electrical or fabricating, even working on computers up in the office like such. So yeah, just a jack of all trades, as they say.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of mentioned earlier that your
Right
your
on.
show was originally at like an apartment complex. Does that tie into that a little bit? Did you?
Yeah, it actually does. We saw the a video online on YouTube. I guess that was Carson's video way back in 2007. I think we've seen it, and we thought, that's got to be the coolest thing. But yet we're not in a house, and so we asked our property manager at the time that, hey, we're interested in doing something like this for Christmas, and would you allow us to do that? And so she said, okay, let's go ahead and do it. It'll be fun.
Oh, wow. So that was kind of, we know you've been doing it for 13 years, 11 years at the house, and now we know the inspiration for it. So tell us a little bit, or tell us something about yourself, both you and Nancy, that nobody in the lighting community knows. Because I know you guys attend the SoCal minis and the North Cal minis and stuff. What's something about you guys that nobody else knows?
I don't know.
I don't know, really. Well, we've been married for 10 years. How's that? No, that's not much. Okay.
So you guys were doing a light show before you were married together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I know, right? It was pretty cool.
Right on.
Yeah, that's
As the pixel bulb flickers, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, before we started doing the Christmas thing, I did have a hobby that I was seriously into, and that was RC car racing. And I did it for 22 years before I met Nancy, and maybe 21 years, 20 years before I met Nancy.
Yeah.
And then after being together, I felt, wow, Nancy's like being left out. And, I felt bad about that. And we came down to a decision that let's try to find something that we could do together as a hobby. And we both had an interest in Christmas light decorating. And then I also introduced her into Disney. I brought her to Disneyland. I was her very first person to bring her to Disneyland. And she just totally took a liking to that. And it just blossomed from there. And, it's something else. It's so that's our new hobby that we do together.
Wow, that is so cool. All right.
The Pixel Pro Display Sequence Club is the only club that pays for itself. Here are just some of the benefits of becoming a member. Each month, you will receive a free original sequence programmed by the pros at PPD to take your display to the next level. Access to weekly X-Lights effects presets, which you can use in your own sequences or modify to create your own unique effects library. Access to the PPD affiliate discount program, getting up to 15% off or more from over a dozen of our PPD partners. So visit us on the web today at pixelprodisplays.com and also find us on Facebook at Pixel Pro University. Pixel Pro Displays. What can Pixel Pro Displays do for you?
Tell us everything about your display as fast as you can.
Oh boy. I think we're pushing the realm now of like maybe close to 20,000 pixels now. We always add something new to it every year. It's mostly Disney themed. We use Disney music for our show. Show's about under 30 minutes, and it repeats over throughout the evening. I don't know. It's something that we both enjoy doing. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
About voltage.
Oh, voltage! Shoot, that's everything. We use just about everything. Car batteries, 12 volts. We're down to 5-volt pixels as well. Pixel strips. Don't forget those as well. We're still using some AC light strings as well. So we're using everything. We don't leave anything out.
How about controllers? What kind of controllers do you guys run? I mean, it sounds like everything.
Yeah, no, we first started off in the Pixel controllers for or with SAN devices. So the majority of our setup is SAN devices, and we have started jumping into the Falcon range now. So we have an F48 running the newer stuff that we've been adding to the display.
Software of choice?
Oh, wow. Okay, here comes the embarrassing part. Everyone else is already on the X-Lights bandwagon, and we're still in the Stone Age, and we're using Lighterama LOR,
That's
S4
kind of
even. But no, I'm very comfortable with it. The only thing that I feel that we're lacking using that software is the effects, but I still can make a wonderful light show even with the software that we're using.
I'm gonna.
But no,
Yeah.
we're still we already dove into the setup of X-Lights. It's just a matter of me diving in even deeper to getting everything all going again, or starting a sequence.
Yeah, the sequencing part. I think a lot of people are at that. X-Lights is like, it's a whole nother part of X-Lights. We all kind of do the setup and then map everything very well. But a lot of us do not sequence, or that's the hardest part of X-Lights for sure.
Oh, okay.
I leave it to the professionals.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean it's time consuming.
Yes.
It totally is.
I respect what they can do.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
All right. So it's pretty good. Excuse me. Sorry. So we'll get into the secondary content. What is your most favorite prop? Explain it.
The Mickey wheel.
It's gotta be our Mickey Fun Wheel, the focal point of our display, which is mounted to the garage door on the front side of the house. We built that wheel back in 2010, and what inspired us to build it was Disneyland had introduced, or no, I should say reimagined the Ferris wheel that they had there in the park. Beforehand, it was just static lights on the wheel itself, no animation on the wheel, and they reimagined it, and they added the pixels onto the wheel. And when we were there for the reveal of that new feature or a new attraction, we said we got to go home and build one of those right now when we get home. So that was back in May of that year, 2010. And we started construction as soon as we got home. And well, we didn't complete it until just after Thanksgiving. And mind you, when we built that one, we used light strings. So we used like 4-color light strings, LEDs, and even incandescent at the time because that's all what we had to use. And so the thing was super heavy. It required like four of us to prop it up onto the garage door. And but we ran that for the first 3 years, using Lightorama. Like I said, all AC strings. And then 2013 is when we converted it into pixels. And by doing so, obviously it gave such a big dramatic appearance to the wheel, much more effects. And the biggest benefit of that was it made the wheel so much more lighter, to a point where I myself could lift that thing up from the driveway and prop it up onto the garage door. With the help with Nancy. Nancy also kind of guides me where to shift it over and or to make sure it doesn't fall on me if I was to slip. So she doesn't do any of the lifting. She's just there to kind of guide me.
Well, and this thing is about like 8 foot by 8 foot. I mean, it's huge.
Garage length, right?
Right?
No, correction. It's 12 foot in diameter.
Yeah.
It's 12 foot. Yeah, it goes to the peak of our the roof awning. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, a tidbit on that one. When we're constructing it is, okay, how are we going to make this so that it's portable? Being that it's 12 foot in diameter, that thing's not going to fit in no garage. And we weren't about to leave it in the backyard for storing. And so we had to figure out a way how to, break it down so that we could store it in the garage. And it's in 4s and quarters. And it took me, 4 or 5 times to re-engineer the thing so that we could have that feature so we could break it down and then store it, bring it back out at any time we want. So yeah, we even use the wheel for Easter time and also for 4th of July as well. We don't use it for Halloween.
Wow, very impressive. Yeah, I thought I was overshooting when I said 8 foot by 8 foot, but yeah, that sucker is huge.
Oh, it's big. It's definitely the thing that you see when you round the corner to come to our house to see the lights. That's the one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you ever have any neighborhood or neighbor problems with your display? And if so, how do you handle it?
No, all our neighbors are really cool about it.
I like it.
I go outside for most of the evening to make sure traffic's good and our neighbors can get in and out of their driveways without any issues. And so for the most part, our visitors do abide by our rules that we've set up for them. And we'll probably get one person that is too excited to see the display that they're not realizing that I'm blocking my neighbor or the neighbor's driveway. And then sometimes I catch the neighbor needing to get out of their driveway and or coming back home. And then it's like, I'll ask the viewer to, hey, would you kindly please move your vehicle so that our neighbor could come in? And they're all good with it. They're really nice about it.
Very cool.
Because hang on for 1 second. Because you don't really have any problems with your neighbors yet, you kind of did name some tips, but for the people that kind of are getting into this and they're thinking, hey, I'm going to have neighborhood problems, what kind of advice could you give these people to kind of be on good terms? I mean, it sounds like you already kind of said it. You go out there, handle the traffic, making sure that you don't block driveways, things like that.
Once you're getting your display big and you're getting more traffic coming in, it's best to communicate with your neighbors. let them know what you got going on and what could potentially happen, and that you would be responsible for what's going to happen and get it under control. So the thing is just to get them on your good side. If you have to, for real. If you have to bribe them into being on that good side by having a community barbecue, whatnot like that, and get to know them all better in a sense that way.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
This is
We're
a
at the
community
beginning
thing.
of our cul-de-sac. We live on a cul-de-sac, so we're at the beginning of it, and we know everyone that goes in and out. So we're like we wave at everyone as they come in and out during, not even during Christmas time. It's just being neighborly, and by having a good rapport with the neighbors like that is definitely a benefit.
Yeah, definitely. I agree 100%. My neighbors want me to run my show 24/7. They absolutely love it. So, and if somebody is blocking their driveway, we just drive around through the field to get to the driveway.
Oh, there you go.
It's a little different out
A lot
here.
of open land.
It is a lot of open land, and everybody's got four-wheel drives almost, and the ditches aren't that deep and stuff. You just I'm gonna turn here and
go four-wheeling.
But
Oh boy.
Oh heck yeah. So you kind of touched on the evolution a little bit. Can you go a little bit more into that with when you got to the house, where you started and what you've built up to with the evolution of your display?
Oh yeah, no, it was like we were saying. Well, we'll start from the beginning, and even from the apartment complex. We started off with a Mr. Christmas music box, probably just like almost everyone does. 6 channels of AC channels. So that was fun for 1 year, and was like, but it wouldn't it be better if we had our own music? And so that's when we dove into getting we researched it, and we found the Lightorama software and hardware. And so we bought a 16 channel box, and that was year 2. And we did 5 songs, something like that during that time span. And those are the traditional Christmas songs that we used for that first year. And then second year was like, okay, let's go into Disney music. So it just went crazy from there. But yeah, mostly we use Disney music anymore. To us, it feels like it enhances the magic of Christmas, and plus that's one of the biggest things that we enjoy doing is sharing Disney amongst the two of us, and sharing with others during the holidays that can't make it out to the Disney parks during the holidays. So that's why our theme is Disney.
If you had to start your display all over again, clean slate, what would you do differently?
We would dive right into pixels. We wouldn't even waste our time with that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we started off with non-commercial light strings. We were going to Walmart and
all over the place.
Anywhere, Kmart. Yeah, anywhere that we could find light strings on the cheap even. And and then we learned that the commercial light strings were the way to go, because they'll last longer, and then go LED because they're prettier, and then after that it's like, okay, the pixels, right on. Pixels, wow, they were so expensive at first. We seen them back in 2010 when we first built the wheel, and we thought, let's go with the pixels. We can't afford that. Not yet.
80 cents.
Yeah. So
At
it
the
took
cheapest.
us a little while, and the price of the pixels came down dramatically when we first got into it. That was 2013 when we changed over the wheel. Shoot, not only did we change over our wheel to pixels, we also did our mega tree and the roof line. So that was a big jump into it. And
a lot.
we started early, but we still didn't get it done until after Thanksgiving. We pushed and pushed. Nancy was telling me, "Oh, you bit off way too much than you could chew. Yeah, we're not going to get this done." I'm like, no way, we're going to get it done. We got to get it done. Everyone's depending on us. So we did it. I mean, it was rough, but we got it going. And of course, it didn't go with without any glitches. We still had issues, and I don't know if it was software or the hardware itself. I don't know, but nonetheless, we ran a show. It was our first year with Pixels on 2013, and wow, that was fun.
Yep.
All the colors.
All the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
In one light.
Yeah.
But yeah, starting
So
all
if you
over,
could
we would definitely go with Pixels, and that's what I would suggest anyone also that's thinking about going into the hobby. If if you're not only that, if you want to just do it, you got to be like serious, because Pixels is no joke. It takes a lot of time to prepare, a lot of time for the configuring of the controllers and the sequencing or mapping, or even for that matter. It's no joke. You really have to be dedicated into it. And but once your first year out of the way, then it's like, ooh, this is much more easier, and then you could start to think about going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. So if you could travel to any 3 shows outside of California, because I know you've been to a ton of shows in California, but anywhere in the world other than California, what 3 shows would you like to go see in person?
Okay. Yeah, no.
Out of California.
Huh?
Out of California.
Out of California. Yeah, we kind of thought about that at one time. Well, here's our issue. Nancy she doesn't want to fly. Yeah, so we would have to travel by car. But in any case, that's what's limiting us from actually traveling out to see other displays outside of California.
Would they be?
But anyway, so yeah, whose would they be? It would be in Florida, actually. We would make that trip into a dual purpose trip. And yeah, for sure.
Yes, of course.
We'd see Tony Big Duh. We would go see Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And we'd go see Calvin Slater and his whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of that.
Yeah.
That's where we would go to see. But yeah, and then we would, after visiting all them, then we'd go to Disney World, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
After visiting all 4 of those people.
I mean, since you're over there, why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, no, so it seemed like it would be light fight, participant dominant. But yeah, no, if it was, we haven't even seen David Peace's show in Southern California. And shoot, if we were to make a trip to do a round like that to go see shows in Southern California, we would also include Mike Zemkowski's show. We would love to have seen his. That one's phenomenal as well.
Yeah. What tips do you have for someone new getting into the hobby?
Yeah, it would be that. Getting into Pixels.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
For sure. Take your time. Don't go crazy. Just start off with the roof line. Simple roof line would be enough to make an impact on viewers, especially if you don't even have any display from beforehand. You have a new display, and people will get to know who you are and what you do, and just grow from there. So yeah, no, the biggest thing is don't go too crazy. Don't put too much all at one time, and seek out help. So what's that Facebook page? Holiday Lighting Think Tank. That's the one to go to for sure. It seems like that's not so biased as far as which material or which hardware to use and or software. It's everyone's there to help out each other, and that would be the place that I would suggest going.
Yeah.
I think you get the straightest answers from the think tank versus the other ones, because you get all of the options that are out there, not leaning towards one. So yeah, that is my favorite one to go to is the think tank, definitely.
Oh yeah.
What do you think is the next must-have prop? What do you guys, or what is your next must-have prop?
Oh wow. More pixels.
Yeah. 24 volt.
Yeah.
Yeah. More Falcon boards.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the biggest thing anymore is density.
Yes.
And I believe it was true, or it's true, because even the early days when we had pixels, it's my biggest effect that I wanted to do was to make the house look like it's spinning, like so it would be like a pinwheel pattern. And
Nice.
and oh yeah, like that would just like totally blow people's minds. Like the house is spinning. How do you do that? And so yeah, with more pixels, more density, that effect becomes more defined and more prevalent. So yeah, no, if that would probably be the go-to prop to consider going into when growing the display. So on that note, yeah, we are considering doing something of that sort on one side of the house, not the house, but on the far side of our display is to add more pixels toward the side where we feel that it is lacking.
Cool.
Well, what was one of your most awkward interactions with a guest viewing your show?
Oh,
lady asking for water.
That sounds interesting.
Was it a hot night?
I think that was during Halloween time, and I guess it was still warm out. And the one lady, I guess, was parched, and was just, oh my gosh, I need something to drink. Can you have some water? That was probably, I probably would have to say that was one of the more awkward things. But one of the most amusing things that I've heard while standing outside with the viewers, and they didn't know I was the owner of the house. And a little boy asked the mother, or not necessarily asked, but the boy commented, said, "These people must be rich." And I just about fell out. Like, oh my gosh, if you only knew, I mean, yeah, the stuff is, it is, it can be costly, but if you do it all a little at a time, then it's feasible, but
manageable.
Yeah, for sure. And then that little boy, I guess maybe it was something that he's never seen before. It was a light show to music, and so his first impression was, "Wow, these folks must be rich." That was just funny. That was great. Yeah, priceless, I would say.
Yeah, that's cute.
Oh, that's awesome. So, other than the Disney, because you're Disney themed, what else makes your show unique? What is your favorite aspects of it that you would bring to somebody?
Well, definitely our wheel. That definitely is our focal point. That definitely makes us unique among everyone else. Everyone has a mega tree, but in any case, I'd say 90% of our props that we have on our display are handmade. We pride ourselves with that, and but we're hoping to make more of things that are more unique. We added the Mickey silhouettes a couple of years back that we added to the wheel itself. So that gives the wheel even more of a definition, and more effects comes to the wheel on that one too. But how about our mini tree toppers? We use popcorn buckets from Disneyland for our
No
mini tree
kidding.
toppers.
Yeah.
And they're shaped as Mickey Mouse balloons. And so
Oh, that's
we
awesome.
put them on top of the mini trees. So what happened there was the 60th anniversary 5 years back. We went there and we seen some people running around with these popcorn buckets or eating popcorn out of buckets, and we noticed that they were Mickey Mouse balloon shaped. And it was like, oh my God, where'd you get those? And they pointed out, well, oh yeah, it's the popcorn bucket, popcorn stand.
Oh my God.
Hey, little kid, give me your popcorn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're down with
or the bucket.
So we had this brainstorm of an idea right then and there, and like that would look really good on our new project, which was the mini trees. And so, we bought, I don't know, a good handful of them at the time, and brought them back home and fitted them onto the mini trees. And it's like, this works. We got to go back and get some more.
An excuse to go back. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So each time we went there, we came back home with a handful of them, and okay, that's not enough. We got to go back again. And oh my gosh, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How many trips was it total?
to get what we needed, 4.
4
Awesome.
trips. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could have bought everything that we needed, I guess, but I don't know. We wanted to spend our money more so on other things too. So
Well, yeah, it's more fun making the trips. Yeah.
Yeah.
The things we do for a display.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Each time we do make a trip down to Disneyland, we come back home with an idea to
Okay.
apply to the display
Yeah.
every single time. There's not a time that we haven't came back home. We can't use anything from going over there. We always learn something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of inspired you guys to do the Disney theme?
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's how Disney runs their nighttime displays or nighttime entertainment shows. I've always let's go back a little bit further. I grew up in Southern California, and I always had an infatuation on wanting to work for the Disneyland parks, and I still do. It's still my lifelong dream. Eventually, someday, we'll relocate ourselves to moving down to Southern California, and 2 reasons for that is so that so when I do decide to want to work for them, we'll be closer, and 2, so Nancy's closer to the park, and she can go to the park at any given time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can send her to go get us dinner and whatnot like that.
Yeah.
From the park. But anyways, what were we back to? I got off track. Oh, what was our
Inspiration kind of
inspiration?
Yeah.
It's the way they run their shows.
Yeah. The just like the nighttime shows and the parades and all that. I mean, as a kid, I would love that too, and I would be inspired by that as well. So
Yes. Yeah, it is ran by that, inspired by that, and even the sequencing. I take note on how they sequence their shows, and it's not just everything all on at one time, and they use specific effects for specific parts of the music, and so we've applied that towards our show, and here we are. It is what it is, and it's recognized as probably one of the better ones in the area, if not in California, maybe even the nation. But nonetheless, we like recognition, as I was saying, a couple years back. I guess a family was here vacationing during Christmas time, and they videotaped our display, our show, and then they posted it on their Facebook page. I guess they had their own Disney-based Facebook page, and it was based out of Spain, and it just blew up from there. We went viral with
In
I think
Spain.
in Spain. That's across the pond, as they call it,
Yeah.
right? And
Wow.
so
Yeah.
that simple video clip that they did, and it wasn't even the whole song. It was just maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds of it, and that little video went viral, and I think it pulled in about 250,000. So that was 2 years back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I see
Wow.
your show, it makes me feel like a little bit of Disney. I mean, not to sound quirky, but it definitely has got that good feeling to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just can you tell everyone kind of your name of your show so people can look you up and see, we're kind of talking about it, but I think people love to go check out your Facebook page or anything.
Yeah. Right on. So Nancy was the one that came up with it. It was during one of our trips to Disneyland again. So on our way back home, she was thinking of what kind of a name that we could make up for our light show. And so why don't you tell them?
Magical holiday moments.
That's awesome.
It's so Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so Disney. Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
I tell you what, I had a buddy of mine. You got Travis Air Force Base. That's just east of you guys, I think.
Yeah.
Is it Travis? Yeah.
Yeah.
He got stationed over there late last year. I think it was November, December time frame. And he's like, hey, I can't see your show. I want to see somebody's show that's like yours. And I'm like, and as a matter of fact, I think Keith, I think I hit you up and I'm like, hey, I need your address and
I was like,
whoever else is around you because he wants to go check these. Yeah. And he sent me to you guys.
yeah, I was like, go to Ben and Nancy.
Yep.
Right on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And he sent me little clips of he didn't have the best parking spot in the world, but he sent me some just amazing short little clips of your show. And I was like, wow, that is very impressive. So, and he absolutely loved it. So, and his kids, of course.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on. Yeah, well, we do it for you kids, young and old. Shire
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we get into the what JR always says, the fun part or something, right?
Yeah, here comes the not so much journalism part. We're gonna just do some silly questions.
Okay.
I have mine written down on my notepad. I don't, Keith. I hope you got some.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of questions that are silly. The answers don't really matter. It's just kind of make you think, and whatever the first thing pops in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is so. Keith, you want to start off?
Yeah, sure. Is cereal soup?
No.
If you had a superpower, what would it be and why?
Your turn.
Mm.
No.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
She wants X-ray vision.
What do you want?
Is that a cat that goes by? I see like a
Yeah,
tail.
that's my
The cat that needs attention 24/7.
Yeah, it's all.
Oh yeah.
You should ask the animal question next, Brian. The one you-
Oh yeah. Well, I got it down here.
Okay, good. Okay. What's invisible but you wish people could see?
Oh wow. How about air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of crazy. It's all over us.
I know. Then we want ew.
What color would it be?
Yeah. Ew.
I would say somebody's thoughts.
Yeah.
You can see somebody's thoughts.
Thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
The cat.
Yeah, that's twice. Yeah. Last guest said the same thing.
It doesn't matter if they're cat lovers or they're cat dislikers. The answer is always cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree. They sure can be.
All right.
Oh,
What's the weirdest smell you have ever smelt?
Oh boy. Ew.
Sneaky cows.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, a cow farm.
You ain't from the Midwest, are you? If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Ew. What the heck? Peanut butter. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe how that tastes.
Goo.
Peanut goo. Peanut goo. I like it.
What's the best Wi-Fi name you've seen?
Oh, wow. Get off my Wi-Fi or something like that.
Yeah.
Go away.
Toilet paper.
Yes.
Does
gotta
the
have
toilet roll come? Does it come over the top or from behind, underneath, under or over?
Over the top.
Over the top.
Over the excellent. You good people. I knew it.
If you wanted to torture somebody with music, what song would you put on repeat?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
No
Nancy-
whispering.
Nancy says
It's a small world.
Yeah. Everyone knows it, so it's like, oh my God, you can only take so much.
Oh my gosh. If you were arrested with no explanation whatsoever, what would your friends and family think you had done wrong?
Oh. Huh. No, that's what they would be asking. What did he do? Or what did they do? I don't know. I would have to
I
say
bet he
maybe...
punched Mickey.
Oh boy.
Yeah, oh my God.
What would you choose as your animal sidekick if you were in a movie?
An animal sidekick.
That's a good one. I like that one, Keith.
It makes you think.
Hey,
No, I can't.
Big old panther.
Panther?
Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
Pink
Panther.
Panther? The Pink
Nice.
Panther?
Yeah.
I immediately went to Roger Rabbit. I don't know why.
Nice.
All right. So this is my last one.
Yeah.
What would be the creepiest thing you could say to somebody as you passed them along the sidewalk?
Yeah. Creepiest thing. Oh, wow.
Creepiest thing.
Creepiest thing. Where do you buy your underwear from? I don't know.
I like it.
That's creepy.
That is very creepy. And then we all wondered why he went to jail. So
Yeah. Underwear bandit.
I have like a dozen more, but I'll just do the last one too. So, if in one sentence, how would you sum up the holiday lighting community?
Oh, in one sentence. I'd say very compassionate, cooperative, very helpful, informative. Those are words, they're not a sentence.
Well, you put them
Not a
together.
sentence.
But yeah, no, it. I'd say yeah, compassionate. I mean, if you need help, they're willing to help, and to make people smile during the holidays or whenever they put up a display. So yeah, they're cold. They're I was almost said cold-hearted, kind-hearted.
Polar opposites, yes.
Yes.
Kind-hearted, nice. I agree. Well,
Yeah.
definitely 100%. Well, cool. Normally we have one more. Who would you hang out with, me or JR? But I guess we could change it up for Keith and I. So if you had a choice who to hang out with, where would you go to hang out? Just down the road or come up to Montana?
No, we'd come
We
out
got
to
a
Montana.
Sorry,
Good.
Keith.
No,
You're
good,
like
good
right
pick.
down the road. We
I
can
know.
visit you anytime.
Exactly. I'll see you at the next mini.
Right?
No doubt.
Well, thank you
shoot.
so
Well, you guys
much.
are an absolute blast. I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on short notice. Like I said, Keith and I were
Thanks
going
for
back
having
and
us,
forth.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Thank you very
definitely.
much.
It was a blast for sure. We'll do it again
All
dude,
right.
if you want.
Yeah, we
Oh
should.
heck yeah. Well, hopefully we get some good news. This coming, what would it be, September? I think.
Yeah, I think it's
So-
September.
Yeah, they
October.
should be. Light Fight should be wrapping up their decisions here soon, and then maybe in another couple weeks start calling people to do Skypes, I guess, and maybe at the end of maybe mid-September, then they'll be making decisions. So yeah, we'll see.
Awesome.
Well, you guys are awesome.
Definitely.
crossed.
Fingers are crossed for you guys.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
In
So,
there.
It's a matter of time.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
yeah, well, definitely good luck. So, all right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Well,
guys.
thank you.
We will see you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Brian,
Brian.
Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
Take care.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye,
safe.
guys.
Bye
Bye.
now.
Bye.